Okay, so today we're going to do a pretty fun video. This is the TV Wars Part 3, a continuation to the last one. Today we're going to test these games, and we're going to be testing them on these TVs. So here we have the famous Mitsubishi from 1997, the Sony Trinitron from 2000, and the Vizio 4K TV from a few years ago. I'm not entirely sure when it came out. But yeah, so in the last video, we did these two TVs running S video. And then this one was just composite because it didn't have S video. But as I explained in the last video at the end, really I think it's only fair to have everything be at its best. So the best this can do is S video. So yeah, we'll just do S video. The best this can do is component. So we'll do component, and then the best this can do is HDMI, so we'll do HDMI in this video. And by the way, S-video technically is a type of component because it splits the luma or brightness signal from the colors. And so yeah, component means there's two different components. Yeah, S-video is technically component, and then this is a different kind of component. This is the more traditional, like when you say component, what people usually think of, and technically it's called YPBPR, I believe. And yeah, it just takes the brightness and splits it from the color, just like from S video, but then it also splits the color into two lines, and so then it just has everything split. Yeah, so supposedly it has better quality than S video. But yeah, that's what we'll see. We'll find out in this video. This adventure we're gonna go on, and then over here to help out our contenders. First, we have the famous monster S-video cable here, which is super thick. I heard it said about a different cable, but I think it applies to this one, and I agree with this statement. These cables are thick enough and have enough insulation that they can resist the interference from a nuclear blast. I think that's a true statement. And then over here we have the monster component YPBPR cable. It's coming out of the Wii. Yep, also pretty thick. And then over here we have a super thick monster HDMI cable coming out of the Wii U. And this is THX certified, as you see there. So yeah, I do like monster cables, but as I mentioned in my other video, I wouldn't go out and spend hundreds of dollars on them. You know, well, I actually have spent quite a bit of money on some of them. Some of the more rarer ones, like this one costs like $75, I think. But yeah, anyway, basically, I wouldn't go out and buy these cables. If you can find them for a good price, then go ahead. But otherwise, you're probably fine with what you have, unless it's like a really cheap brand. But anyway, but yeah, in this video we're going all out, and everything's plugged directly into the TV this time too. So we're not dealing with the switcher box anymore. Yeah, so S video for the Mitsubishi, component YPBPR for the Sony Trinitron, and then over here we have HDMI for the Vizio 4K TV. Let's see here. There's one thing too I wanted to mention. Oh, this TV turned off because I was talking too long. But yeah, one thing, by the way, since these videos are sometimes can be a little longer, but if you enjoy it but they're too long, feel free to put the YouTube playback setting to 2 times or 1.5 times or whatever. Yeah, I do that on some videos too when I want to get through them quicker. Or if you really enjoy them and you want to get all the details, then yeah, just keep it on 1 times. Or maybe you even want to slow down the video so you can see it more. But anyway, that's up to you. But yeah, if you do enjoy them though, make sure you subscribe and yeah, give it a thumbs up for a like or whatever. But yeah, the one thing I wanted to mention on here was just these settings. So it would appear that there are actually different settings for digital and analog signals on this TV. And I don't know if your 4K TV is like this, but basically when I went in here and I was checking the HDMI settings, because before, when I calibrated this TV, I used the analog input. And when I went to HDMI, all this was set to just like the default values again. So the calibration from the 240p test suite weren't here anymore. So I went back and adjusted these things. I've kind of been playing around backlight, trying to figure out which setting I like. But yeah, and then also I went in here looking at some of this other picture stuff, and the color temperature was set back to computer, so I set it to normal to match these other TVs. And then also, this is super important, but this color space was actually set to RGB. This is like for computers, yeah, mostly computers, or if you have a device that you specifically set to RGB color space. But this is actually, I don't know, these settings are really confusing because it seems like each manufacturer calls it something different. So a lot of times they call it limited versus full range. So YCP-CR would be limited, and then RGB would be full range. But then, like, I think Apple calls it high and low range. So yeah, every manufacturer seems like they have their own naming conventions for this color space stuff. But in Vizio world, it's YCP-CR is for limited, and RGB is for full. But yeah, for games, you actually want to set it to limited or YCP-CR. And yeah, for the digital input on game mode, it was set to RGB. So yeah, that's not good. Maybe they were anticipating someone connecting a computer to the TV when it's set in game mode. I don't know, but yeah, anyway, that's an important thing to change. And then also I turned down this reduce stutter to 0. Yeah, I don't know, it just sounded like something that was going to add more digital processing, and that just adds more lag, so I turned it off. I'll have to look into exactly what it is later. But it says increases the frame rate. You can see on the bottom there, increase the frame rate to reduce judder for film and 30 hertz video. As the setting increases, judder is reduced. So yeah, when this was up more, it was increasing the frame rate, which yeah, it was just more digital processing, and we don't need that kind of stuff. Although yeah, I actually have played around on that on a different TV, and it is kind of a cool effect. Like I was playing around with it on like Breath of the Wild on the LG OLED TV, and yeah, it was pretty cool seeing Breath of the Wild played in 60 frames per second. But anyway, there's one more setting also that I turned off on here that I had on in the previous video, and that is this clear action. So like it says, you see down here, it says reduces blur in scenes with fax action, but limits the range for the backlight setting. Some sensitive viewers may notice flicker. So I must be a sensitive viewer, because I was definitely noticing flicker in the other video. So I'm hoping that turning this clear action off will reduce the flicker that I was noticing before, and it will have some of that natural blur that you see on CRTs and other TVs. Oh, and then also I just wanted to give a disclaimer on some of this filming too. So yeah, when you're filming CRTs, it's pretty tricky, and yeah, a lot of times they don't look as good on the camera as they do in real life. So yeah, and during the test, you might see like wavy lines on the glass and stuff. And when I say, you know how good they look, you might be thinking, oh wow, yeah, that doesn't really look that good. But yeah, trust me, it looks a lot better in person. It just looks like just a regular clear image. I'm not entirely sure why cameras have a hard time filming analog CRTs, but I know that yeah, it has to do a lot with the shutter speed and the ISO and your white balance. But yeah, I've tried to set those up the best I can for filming these TVs, but yeah, cameras just have, I don't know, an easier time filming digital TVs than they do with the analog CRTs. But yeah, just take my word for it. Yeah, they should look pretty good in the camera, but in real life they just look absolutely stunning. So yeah, just wanted to put that little disclaimer out there before we start. Oh, and then also I should say on this Trinitron, because I was looking at some of these tests before I started the video, and I actually noticed that this edge enhancement is set to low by default, and I had turned it off before. I actually set it back to low because yeah, I was noticing that everything just seemed a little too blurry on this TV, and it didn't really match up what the Mitsubishi was doing. So yeah, I turned it back to low, which was the default value. And then I also turned up the color so it matches a little bit better the 4K in the Mitsubishi. But yeah, besides that, the rest of the settings are the same as what I how I calibrated in the other video. So anyway, let's go on. So let's go on to the first test here. These are the games we're going to test. Yeah, I'll kind of explain. Each one kind of has its own explanation. But yeah, we'll start here with Twilight Princess. Let's grab these first games over here. So yeah, so we'll be doing obviously the GameCube version of Twilight Princess on the GameCube. And then we'll be doing the Wii version, and then yeah, the Wii version on the Wii U as well. I need to put this game away. I'll do that in just a second. But yeah, so this version will be mirrored, but besides the mirroring, like all the graphics should be exactly the same from what I understand, and from what my test, they look identical besides being mirrored. So yeah, I think it'll be a pretty good test between S-Video, component, and then HDMI. So yeah, let's see which one looks best. Oh, and also so on this Wii U, I actually have it set to 480p and 4:3 mode, just so then the resolution matches these other two systems, and then the Wii U doesn't have to upscale these games. We'll let the TV upscale it, because obviously these games are in 480p or 480i. They're not in 1080p or whatever. So yeah, and then also I put it in 4:3, so then it maintains the same aspect ratio, just so it's easier to compare with these TVs. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to turn these on here. Okay, here we go. So this is really tricky. I have this timed just perfectly. I figured out how to get these systems to play at the same time. So you see, I've got the two remotes here. So if I hit, they're set at the exact same time on here, on the Wii and the Wii U, and then I hit the reset button, and right after that on the GameCube, then it should start up at the beginning at the same time. So yeah, I'm gonna pause the video while I do this because it's kind of a hand acrobat show. So yeah, you don't need to watch me suffer through that. Hold on. Okay, I think I figured it out. I've got two Wii remotes held in my hand like this. I'm gonna push it at the same time, and then with my other hand, I'm gonna push reset on the GameCube right afterwards. So here we go. Oh, don't lose signal, please. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I missed the Wii U one. Oh, this is so tricky. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna reset. Okay, let's try this one more time. This is really tricky. Okay, come on. Okay, there we go. Alright. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. Okay. Yeah, so kind of like before, yeah, so again, this is S-Video, component, and then we've got HDMI down here. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, once again, this one looks really good. The HDMI actually looks really good, too. Yeah, I really like both the HDMI and S-Video still for the Mitsubishi and the Vizio. And then we got the component here. Yeah, it just doesn't look quite as good as the other two still. Yeah, and see, like down here, I think we might even have some of that dynamic black levels going on, because like you can't really see the detail in those dark areas. Actually, on this one, you can't really see it either, so maybe you can just see it better on the 4K TV. Oh, it looks like this is a little off for when this little video starts. Well, that's okay. The GameCube version of this video is slightly different from the Wii version, so yeah, let's go into some actual gameplay here, though. Let's see here. Get these all to go back. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no memory card. Yep. Okay, hold on. Let me pause the video while I get past all this stuff. Actually, actually, maybe I'll just keep the video going. This kind of sounds cool with this song, with all three TVs. Yeah. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Alright. Oh yeah, so here we can actually check the darkness levels. I think it might be beneficial to turn off the lights. Hold on one second. Okay, so now the lights are off. So yeah, I don't know how well that shows up in real life, but yeah, I can see, yeah, there is a difference between this one, this one, this one, this one. This one, there isn't as much between these two, but yeah, there is a small difference between there, and yeah, that would make sense since we calibrated like that. And then just to check it, so here, yeah, so that was the Mitsubishi before, and then here's the Trinitron, and yeah, same thing, I can see the distinction between those two areas. Now let's look over here on the 4K TV. Yeah, I'd say the 4K TV, I actually don't see a distinction too much between the last two gray bars, so yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why that is, but yeah, we did see it in the 240p test suite though, so I think it's okay. But yeah, now I just have to to arrange this all, and I have to push A at the exact same time on everything. So this is going to be a little tricky. Let's see here. I think if I do it like this, I can. Okay. Alright, here we go. Make sure I got this right. Okay. Alright, not bad. You can see the black levels aren't as good on this LCD screen. Yeah, so let's look at some of this text here. Yeah. Yeah, it's picking up this LCD screen differently than it is on the CRTs. It might be just the way the technology is in the ISO. Yeah, let's kind of go on here and yeah. Yeah, you can see the graphics look exactly the same though. So here's again, this is S-Video component and then HDMI. I'll kind of go through all this stuff. You can see their face. Yeah, this game is a really pretty looking game though. Yeah, and again, this is not the HD version on the Wii U. This is just the regular version. Oh yeah, I've also got on the gamepad down here, you can see it. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see, I'll get through this text a little bit faster here. Kind of show the different parts. Oh, this one didn't get pushed. There we go. I think now they're on the same spot. I was supposed. One more. There we go. Yeah, this TV is coming up a little bit weird on here. I think it might be the ISO. Let me try turn it down a little bit. Let's see here. Well, that makes the other ones a little bit too dark. I'll just leave it at 800, see what that looks like. Alright, let's get into some gameplay here. Yeah, I really like how it looks on this Mitsubishi still. Just everything just seems to pop out a little bit more. Yeah. The Trinitron, I can really see the interlacing. Oh, by the way, holy cow, black levels on these CRTs are absolutely stunning. Over here you can tell the TV's on when it's all black. Yeah, would you look at that though? Boy, that looks nice. It doesn't look bad on the 4K TV too. But yeah, like it even looks a little blurrier too, I'd say, compared to the CRTs. So this is the 4K TV. Yeah, and so you can tell the screen's still on. Doesn't have as good of black levels as the CRTs do. The backwards GameCube version. There's Colin or Ivan. They call him Ivan in the Spanish version. Yeah, I can see why they remade this game for HD TVs, because yeah, it doesn't look as good on the 4K TV as it does on these CRTs. So yeah, I'll probably do another video where I compare the HD version to the CRTs. Yeah, you can see on the gamepad here too. Yeah, it actually doesn't look too bad on the gamepad either. Yeah, the gamepad's also an LCD display. Yeah, let's see. Let's not go to push it again at the same time. Yeah. I didn't realize there was this much talking at the beginning of this game. I guess I forgot. Yeah, where is Epona? Yeah, see, these look completely dark, whereas this one you can still tell it's on. Okay, good. So here's where we can kind of run around a little bit. Let's just kind of take a look at this here. Oh, that's interesting. There's a squirrel that runs up here on the Wii version. I didn't see a squirrel on the GameCube version. But besides that, and then like the button prompts, everything looks the same. Well, and it being backwards. But yeah. Wow. Yeah, so on this Trinitron, yeah, I kind of mentioned this before, but yeah, you can really see the interlacing. Yeah, and then obviously there's no interlacing on here because it's 480p, or yeah, 480p, so progressive. So yeah, and then this one's also interlacing. This is 480i, just like the Trinitron. But yeah, on this Mitsubishi, I really can't see the interlacing. They did a really good job. I don't know if it's because it's an S video. Well, actually, I could see the interlacing when I did S video on this TV too, on the Trinitron. So, but yeah, to tell you the truth, oh, there's a squirrel. I just saw a squirrel on the GameCube version. But yeah, to tell you the truth, though, I really, this is component on the Sony Trinitron. I really can't tell. Like if you told me one of these was component and the other wasn't, I don't know if I'd be able to tell you which was which, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I would almost even say that this one was component because you don't see the interlacing as much. But like even like let's look at this text. Let's see, let me focus it on here. Yeah, see that's what it looks like in S video. And then this is what it looks like on component. So yeah, I mean both look really sharp. Yeah, so yeah, if you're gonna buy one of these Sony TVs for component and you have the option, but you already have a TV that has S video, I don't know how much mileage you'll get from component over S video, at least not on this game. I forgot to show what this text looks like on HDMI. So yeah, it looks yeah, very good on HDMI. Yeah, a little blurry. I still like how it looked on the Mitsubishi the best. Yeah, you can see their link too. Yeah, you can see how it looks a little blurry on there. Here's on the Trinitron how it looks. And then, silly me, I already turned off the GameCube version because I thought we were done with this test. But yeah, we'll do another close-up on the Mitsubishi. But yeah, it definitely looks a lot. Yeah, it doesn't look as good on the digital TV. It's like it's a little too precise. You can even see this grass back here. Like there's a lot of, I don't know, I guess maybe it's supposed to move like that, but then like look at the grass on here on the digital TV and then on the Trinitron. It just looks a little bit better, in my opinion. So yeah, anyway, let's go on to the next game. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to do Metroid Prime. Yeah, this is going to be kind of an interesting test. So I have this super rare Metroid Prime and Wind Waker. I think it was like a promotion thing. But yeah, basically it came with both of these games in here. So yeah, I'll be putting Metroid Prime in on the GameCube from here. And then I also have the regular Metroid Prime I'll be putting on the Wii. And then for the Wii U, I have the, what do you call it? The Metroid Prime Trilogy on here. And yeah, it should be the exact same as the other versions because it's again, it's a Wii game and it's 480p. So yeah, it's just on the Wii instead of on the GameCube. Oh yeah, I guess we can look at the text on the gamepad too. I guess I didn't show that. It looks pretty good on the gamepad. But anyway, yeah, let's go on to Metroid Prime. This is going to take me a second to set up here, so I'll just pause the video. Okay, so while these games are turning on, well, it's really the Wii U one that takes a while, but yeah, I just put the cases in front of the systems and so on. So again, we got this one on the GameCube going to S-Video, to the Mitsubishi, and then the, yeah, this one on the Wii going to the Trinitron, and then on the Wii U, I just have this game downloaded, so yeah, I don't have the disc for it. But yeah, let me push pause and let me get the Wii U one to where it needs to be. Okay, figured I could show this this startup on the Trinitron and the Mitsubishi, since it's the same on the, since these are both the GameCube versions. So yeah, this is S-Video, and then this one's component, which, yeah, so you can see what that looks like on there. Yeah, the Mitsubishi definitely pops out a bit more. Yeah, but I mean the component does look really sharp. Let's try going into this. So yeah, supposedly this is better. I think you probably could tell a bigger difference between component and S-Video on a digital LCD screen, which I actually have one. I'll probably do another video on that too, where I'll test component versus S-Video on digital TV, but yeah, you can see the text on here, what it looks like, and then over here. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it looks a little bit sharper on here, but then again, like if you look really close at this end, yeah, you can see the what do you call it? You can see the interlacing happening. Like it doesn't look just white. Whereas over here, yeah, I mean it is still interlacing because it's 480i, obviously, but yeah, you don't really see it. So I don't know what Mitsubishi did to hide it, but yeah, it just looks white. So yeah, it really looks like a progressive image. I'm pretty impressed. Yeah, anyway, let's continue without saving. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then we got the Wii U one over here. This, yeah, it has a whole different menu here. And we got the gamepad too. I actually put electrical tape on the top of here because you can see the IR sensor. That only shows up in the camera, but anyway, the Wii U gamepad has that too. So it was messing up my Wii remote, so I just put electrical tape on there so it doesn't mess it up. But anyway, yeah, let's go over to, yeah, just do a new game here. Oh boy, I've got so many Mii's on here. Let's find a fun one. I think I had SpongeBob, if I remember correctly. I downloaded a bunch of these from the Wii. Whoops, I didn't want to do Chicken Little. No! Chicken Little, you gotta be kidding me. No way. Yes. What? It says confirm end, yes? Alright, we'll just do confirm. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what it's saying. It wants you to just click yes, and then click confirm. Okay. Alright. Yeah, we're not going to do Chicken Little. Let's do... Yeah, I got these from the Mii channel. Let's do Eggman. That's cool. Okay, yeah, this will be Eggman's file. Much better than Chicken Little. Okay. Okay, and then we gotta go to Metroid Prime. Alright, now this one's kind of tricky to get to start at the same time too, so... Whoops. Okay, hold on. Let me pause the video so I can get this to start at the right time. Hold on. Okay, so I got the Wii U one on the right spot. So basically, yeah, I timed this out before I started making this video just to make sure I had it all right. But anyway, you want to start the Wii U one first, and then a few seconds after the loading screen starts, then you push A on these two. Oh, I've got to get this one to the right place. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is kind of a tricky thing. So let's see, we'll go to the Wii U. Oh, come on, Wii Remote. Okay, click on normal. And then I've got to get ready to push A on these two at the exact same time. Okay, so a few seconds after, so right about now. Okay, hopefully I did that about right. That GameCube one's a little bit slower. Alright, it's not perfect, but... yeah, it's kind of off. Oh well. Close enough, I guess. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Just changing the white balance here, there we go. HDMI, and then component, and S-Video. Yeah, so really, yeah, difference, I can't really tell the difference between component and S-Video. Besides the differences that I saw before, which are just between, you know, the Trinitron and the Mitsubishi, where you can really see the interlacing a lot more on this TV. Whereas this one looks more progressive, which I've already said a million times, I know. Yeah. Once again, the black levels don't look as good on this LCD 4K TV. Yeah. That's very interesting. Very interesting to see the differences here. Yeah, it's actually kind of nice to have a slight delay because then when you see one, you can see the same thing on the others. Yeah, so when you're staying kind of far away, the 4K TV actually doesn't look too bad. Yeah, this is a close-up of the S video on the Mitsubishi. And then here's a close-up on the component on the Sony Trinitron. And then here's a close-up of the HDMI on the Vizio 4K TV. Yeah, you can definitely see a lot more jaggies on here, which is why, I guess what they say, you know, they sell the, like you can see this line up here, they sell the M Classic to fix this kind of stuff on digital displays. So yeah, you could get the M Classic, and I actually have one, and it helps a little bit. It's not like mind-blowing, but yeah, it does help a little bit. Yeah, you could, I think they go for like $100 or something like that. Or you could get a CRT. You can see on here, there's still jaggies, I guess, but it's not noticeable. This is on component on the Trinitron, and then yeah, S video on the Mitsubishi. Yeah, I guess there's still jaggies on this screen, it's just not as noticeable. Boy, everything just really pops out on this Mitsubishi CRT. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I think that's good for this game. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, let's see what she does here. Huh, interesting. She doesn't do that on the Wii version. Okay, alright, next game. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the next game here, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. And yeah, we'll be doing the real GameCube game on the Wii here. And then I've got this bonus disc. I'm telling you, on some of these tests I had to get a little creative because I don't actually have 3 copies of the same game. But there is a lot of good content on this bonus disc, so I think we'll be okay there. Yeah, you can see it in there. Kind of a cool thing that came with my Metroid Prime. Yeah, and then on the Wii U, we'll be doing the Metroid Prime trilogy again. Yeah, we'll start out with the GameCube versions though, because we can see the title screen since they're the same. Whereas the Wii U version doesn't have the original title screen for these games. So, yeah, here we go. Okay, just starting these up here. Oh, there we go. GameCube. Yeah, turn on this one. So yeah, sounds better on this Mitsubishi. Okay, so I think that this should be about when I get into here. So when I push A on the demo and I push A on this screen, it should be about at the same place for the title screen. So here we go. I'll push it at the same time on here. Alright, it's not going to be perfect, but it should line up here in just a second. At least I think it will. Okay, that's not perfect. Oh well, it's okay. It's good enough. Yeah, you can see what that looks like on there. We've got the text over here on the S video. Yep, now I have the lights on too. I think it's important to test with lights on and off. Yeah, you can see on here on the demo, so see it goes to this screen, and then over here on the real game it's going to a different one. But yeah, let's go into... Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so anyway, now I'll get the Wii U one ready, and yeah, we'll go into some gameplay. Okay, I just thought I'd show this real quick. So, yeah, so I had turned up this the backlight on this TV. So actually, I just turned it down to 20, and now it's showing up better on this 4K TV in relation to the CRTs. So yeah, anyway, that was kind of showing up bad on the other videos where we're in the dark. But yeah, anyway, let's go on to this game. Alright, let's go into Eggman's file here. Oh, come on, there we go. Alright, single player. And this time we're going to do Metroid Prime 2. Alright, now on this one, to get it to sync up with the GameCube version, so this one we have to have on the title screen. This one goes into the game the fastest. And then this one is, yeah, just where you click on single player. And then over here, what we have to do is, let's see here, I took notes on all this stuff. Okay, so yeah, so about a second after the loading finishes on the Wii U, then we do Wii, and then we do the GameCube right after the Wii. So yeah, I think this should, yeah, sync up pretty well. So first let's go into normal to start this. Okay, so after loading's done, then I'll do the Wii, the component, and then we'll do the GameCube. Let's just watch this. Got my hands down here ready. Okay, Wii, GameCube. Oh, come on. Ah, it wasn't on the right spot. Okay, let me try this again. Hold on. Okay, this is kind of tricky to... So yeah, so what happened is the GameCube was on like some weird screen. See, now it's going in here, so it has to be on the right screen for it to work. So yeah. Okay. Alright, now it should be pretty close. Alright. Well, it's not perfect. I'm not going to try to fix it again. Seems like I can get this stuff better. And okay, now here's something. So see, so white or blue text on a black background. Yeah, I can still see the backlight on, whereas these ones, it's pretty much black behind the text. Oh no, I saw some ghosting, so you can still see the text on the screen for a second there. It's kind of interesting. That's the way the CRTs work. So yeah, here we are again. So HDMI, component, and then we got S-Video up here. And that's a pretty color. Yeah. Got the red. S-Video, component, and HDMI. Yeah. And see, and I'm right next to these TVs too. I'm sure they look different when you're farther away. Yeah, the HDMI looks really good here on this 4K TV. Yeah, see him going out there. Yeah, now let's look at this visor stuff. And then you can see on the Wii U gamepad, I sometimes forget to show this. Yeah, looks like it's running out of battery, so I'll probably have to plug it in here in just a second. Okay. And then just, yeah, let's just look at these. This is kind of similar to Metroid Prime, the last game we did, so, yeah, we can, yeah, kind of look in here. So this is the S-Video. everything looks pretty well defined, I'd say. Let's focus on there. Yeah. And then here's the component. Yep, looks pretty good. Yeah, so see, so on component, they do separate the color signals from the they separate the two color signals instead of having them together like they are in S-Video. Let's do HDMI. Hold on. Go. Yeah, now see, now that was a much brighter red. Of course, I think they've kind of changed the HUD a little bit on the Wii version. Yeah, probably since there's motion controls now, but yeah, it's just kind of a general thing. But yeah, it definitely, like, you can see a lot of, well, I don't know, I guess you can see the shimmering on the other versions too, but I was just kind of looking at right here, along here. Yeah, I don't know, it just, oh, whoops, I accidentally paused it. Go back, how do you go back? There we go. Yeah, like you can see over here, it's also shimmering. This is on component. I think that's just because it's a lower resolution. But yeah, just looking back a little bit. Yeah, so there's S-Video. And here's component. And then here's HDMI. So yeah, which one do you think looks best? Yeah, I mean, yeah, these ones definitely, you know, these are two flat screens. This one's curved. Looking at the three on here, I kind of like, I still kind of like this one. This one actually doesn't look too bad though on here. I don't know if I'd say the splitting the color signals really, I don't know if it really helps with clarity per se, but it, yeah, it definitely looks nice though. Yeah. Let's see if I can, get a little bit more bright. There we go. Raise the ISO a little bit so you can see more of this, yeah, more of this detail on the screen. Yeah. And same thing with over here. And then you got the 4K. Yeah. Now this is one thing. So yeah, so here's on the component. So you can see this little circle, this little red circle here. Let's see if I can get to focus on there. Yeah, so see, it's pretty well defined. Whereas when you go over here on this video, you can still tell it's a circle, but maybe it's a little bit blurrier on this video. I don't know, maybe I'm just looking for a reason to believe the component's better. And then over here on the HDMI, yeah, it's pretty well defined, which I think has a lot to do with it being a progressive signal. But yeah, unfortunately the Wii U doesn't output at 480i, so yeah. Well, and it's a 4K TV, so yeah, everything in it is progressive, and even if it has a interlaced signal sent to it, it just deinterlaces it, so might as well send it something that looks good. 480p. This one's 480i component. Yeah, I think we've seen this enough, so yeah, we'll go on to the next game. Okay, so next let's go on to a Wii game, Wii Sports. Okay. Yeah, Wii Sports is one of those games that when it first came out, I was just like absolutely amazed. And obviously we're not going to do this video on the Mitsubishi because while I do have an extra Wii, I don't have a Wii S-Video cable. I actually have one coming in the mail though. Yeah, I think they only made those in Japan, but anyway, I don't have one as of right now, so yeah, we're just going to do the component and HDMI on this game. Okay, I've got to do the double thing again, so hold on. Actually, well, yeah, let me pause the video and I'll just start it after I get it done. Okay, here we have it. So yeah, so here's the component. Looks pretty good. And we've got SVideo over here. Oh no, that's interesting. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. I guess that was just a little bit. Okay, and then here's the title screen. Wow, I have this TV a lot louder than the other one for some reason. There we go. Yeah, that's what that looks like. Let's try going into bowling. Just do one of these games. Ah, hold on. No, we don't need a save. Yes. Okay. Okay. Oops, there we go. Let's see, let's do one player. Do this guy. Alright. Yeah, well, let's get the Wii U up to speed. We'll do this guy. Okay, you can see what it looks like on there. Yep, that's what it looks like over here. This is kind of tricky, changing between these two. Oh, where is it? There we go. Oh, I have to unplug this thing. That's right, I forgot. Ah, now this thing went away. Ah, okay, hold on. No. Ah, man. Sometimes when you're too close to the sensor ball, or the sensor bar, then it, yeah, kind of makes the Wii remote act weird. There we go. Okay, let's see what these two look like. Yep, so there's with the component. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, and then here's with HDMI. Yeah, it's definitely a lot cleaner with HDMI, you can tell. And this is a progressive image as well. Yep. Yeah, it's not like it looks bad over here. Yeah, you can tell it's, yeah, you can, once again, you can see the interlacing pretty clearly. Let's go ahead and, oh yeah, that's what I call a good, good run. Alright, let's see if we can do the same thing over here on the Wii U. Ah, yeah, it wasn't quite as good on the Wii U. Alright, so yeah, I think that's what that looks like. I guess one thing I could say about this image is, since there is the interlacing, and I don't know, it seems like the Sony, maybe this is why this TV's just appears darker, but it really emphasizes, I think Sony went like out of their way to make this TV very accurate on all the signal, like on every single signal that it receives. And so yeah, so it really emphasizes like displaying each and every scan line, which then emphasizes the interlacing. That's kind of my conclusion on why it looks a little darker, because obviously when there's, when it's not drawing the scan lines, then it's just drawing black, and so it's just, yeah, it's just a little darker. Whereas over here it's progressive, and then I'm not sure what was going on with the Mitsubishi, but anyway, it's just a theory, could be wrong, but yeah, let's go ahead and go on to the next game. Let's go on to Zelda. That'll be fun. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to do Zelda Ocarina of Time. And here we've got it on, yeah, so the GameCube's gonna have this Master Quest disc. And yeah, can we just take a moment and just admire how awesome of a disc this is, like with the flames and stuff. It's probably my favorite disc design ever. And then on the Wii, we're going to have Ocarina of Time on this Zelda Collection of disc. And then for the Wii U, got to get a little creative. We're going to use the Ocarina of Time on Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the demo. So yeah, that'll be interesting. But yeah, these two are basically the exact same version. And then over here, it's pretty much the same. Because it's still emulation, and they still upped the resolution to 480 I or 480p. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is basically the same version as these two. Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, let's turn these on and then we'll get into it. Okay, I just figured I'd turn off the light real quick. Alright, get all these things going here. Oh, where's my cursor? There it is. Alright. We'll get the Wii U one here. There you are. Come back. Alright. Great. Okay, now it'll take me a second to get into the classic games here, so I'm going to pause the video again. Okay, I actually just thought of something I wanted to show you real quick. So let's go into options here and just make sure that the deflicker's off, since this is yeah, it is off. Okay, yeah, so we want to turn that off so then it's a cleaner image on these 4K TVs. I think the deflicker looks pretty good on the CRTs. Yeah, in fact, it'd probably look especially good on this one since the interlacing is so pronounced. And let's make sure this is, yep, yeah, standard, great. Okay, yeah, so we should be good now. So now let's go into data. Oh wait, oh no, it's in Vault, that's right, I forgot. Let's see here, which one? Masterpieces. Okay. Alright. Okay, now to get these games to sync up, first I have to go over here. This was kind of tricky to figure out again, but alright, go to Ocarina of Time, and then I guess we could do Master Quest as well. We'll do this one just so the title screen looks the same. Okay. Yeah, so then once it gets to here, then you want to go to yes, and that's where start screen is going to be. Yeah, this one appears to take just a little bit longer to load. That's okay. Okay, so now these are both on the same thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Ocarina of Time on here, and then right before the N64 logo disappears, then I'm going to push A on these two, and it should be synced up. So let's go into here. Yes. Okay, not this N64 logo, but I'm going to push A on the GameCube controllers at the exact same time. Right here, so about right now. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't quite synced up perfectly, but that's okay. Close enough, right? Okay, so here's this video from the Master Quest disc. Component and HDMI. So yeah, I like how the reds look the most on this on the Mitsubishi S video, but they don't look bad on the other ones. There's just something where it's just a little bit, maybe a little bit more. It just looks more red. This looks more red, I guess. I don't know. Kind of hard to explain. Yep, component, S video. We got HDMI. Yeah, now here's showing that these games are all the same version. You'll see up there, that appears on all of them. And then same thing when it goes in here. See how it's like it's falling apart? That appears on all of them. So yeah, it's just because they upped the resolution on this game. But anyway, let's go into this thing and make a file. Let's see, I'll do this one. Just call it A. Okay. Let's see. I'll just pause this while I get this set up. Okay, since I paused the video, I decided to actually give it a good name here. And actually, I thought of something else too. Let's just check the screen brightness on this game as well while we're here. Yeah, so see that, I don't know if that's picking up on the camera, but it looks pretty good. I can see all of the bars. Yeah, maybe I need to raise the ISO a little bit. Yeah, might be a little bit better. See there's this video component, and then here's HDMI. So yeah, I think the brightness is pretty good on all these. So anyway, let's go up here. I'm gonna try to push A on this at the same time on all of these. Whoops. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Okay, hold on. Gotta do this. Hold on, let me pause the video while I get this ready. Okay, here we go. I'm going to push A all at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Just like a Zelda verse. Alright, here's this video. Component. HDMI. Yeah, text definitely looks the cleanest. Oh no, this is interesting. It looks like they're moving a little differently. Yeah, text definitely looks the cleanest over HDMI. Yeah, I mean you can, yeah, here's HDMI, but like, you know, component, you can still read it. Nest video, same thing. Ooh, he's cold. Oh, interesting. This one's a little bit faster than the GameCube versions. Yeah, the Brawl one. Huh. That's very interesting. Oh, except now it's a little slower. Huh, interesting. I'm not sure what to think of that. Okay, whatever. Here it is on the gamepad. Oh yeah, see now it's taking longer to load. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe the emulation isn't 100% the same, but at least it's pretty close, and it might be because it's reading off of the disc, off of the Smash Bros. Disc, I don't know. Yeah, let's see if we can get past this text here. Let's see, I'm going to pause the video while I get past this. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to push A out at the same time again here. We can watch this flying scene. Okay. So here's the HDMI through the Wii U and Brawl. Okay. And then here's this video and component. HDMI again. Yeah, I think now that I turned off on the HDMI, oh, what was it called? I forget what it's called now. Hold on. The clear action. Now that I turned that off, yeah, it doesn't look as jittery as it did before, so that's good. Yeah. Okay. Get through this stuff. That's a lot of flying. Yeah, so yeah, between the three, I still think this Mitsubishi looks the best. Yeah. Although I will say, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Ah, the trial time has ended. Now, how am I supposed to do a comparison video when this thing times out on me? Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, hold on. Let me pause the video and I'm gonna find another solution. Okay, so I decided to just download it from the Wii U eShop, so it's almost done here. And I decided to get Majora's Mask as well for good measure. I've never downloaded it before because I consider these inferior ports to what you can get on the GameCube. But yeah, I think it'll be good for this comparison so we can do HDMI. Alright, looks like it's done, so I'm going to open it up now. Okay. It's been sitting here. Oh, finally. Okay, yeah, that took a long time to have this game show up here. Yeah, the Wii U isn't a very fast system, although they made it faster. And one thing I do like about the Wii U is there's folders, so I'm going to put this in my Zelda folder. Okay. Open this up. Come on. There we go. Alright. Put this stylus away. Yeah, one thing that's nice about this little switch screen is so the resolution of it is 480p, so yeah, it actually is nice for these Virtual Console games because it's the original resolution, kind of like how these are the original resolution. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah, now one thing I'm noticing right off the bat, and I've heard other people say this too, but this does appear darker, and actually, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, I'm going to go in and change the aspect ratio because the Wii U is being weird. You probably can't tell on the camera, but let me turn on the lights real quick. Okay, so as you can see on here, there's black bars on the bottom and top of the screen when really it should be stretched out like it was on Brawl. And so yeah, if I had downloaded this on the Wii, I'm sure it would have worked just like it did on Brawl. But since we're on the Wii U, yeah, I'm gonna have to change the aspect ratio so it actually fills the whole middle of the screen. So yeah, let's go in and change that. Okay, yeah, you think the Wii U would be smart enough to say, hey, yeah, he has it in 4:3, let's actually make a 4:3 game look correctly. But no, they try to put it in widescreen mode even when you're in 4:3. That's why I didn't really like the Wii U Virtual Console. Plus the games are kind of run darker there from what I've seen on other videos that have done comparisons on that. But yeah, let's go into TV. Yes. And then let's change the aspect ratio to 16:9. I bet this will solve our problems for this yeah, Virtual Console game. Alright, great. I don't know if we'll have to change the resolution. I'm going to try it without changing the resolution. Alright, I'm going to pause the video because the Wii U takes a while to load. Yeah, actually, it's still loading, but I guess while it's loading... Oh, now it looks like it's done. So now I'm going to actually change my TV to the 16:9 aspect ratio as well, otherwise the game is going to look squished. So let's go to, let's see here, system, wide, oh, Wii U. So it doesn't let, so it's forcing the normal aspect ratio even though I said in 16:9. Oh, brother. Alright, well, you know what? We'll give the Wii U the benefit of the doubt. Let's see if it fixes the aspect ratio. Since obviously it knows best and it's not letting me change it, let's see if this actually looks good on here. I can already tell it's squished. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change. I don't want to suspend my loading my time. Alright, I guess that's fine. Yeah, yep. Oh, Wii U. Trying to be smart. Looks great on the gamepad, but man, oh brother. Alright, go back into the Wii U settings. Okay, here we are back in the Wii U settings. One thing I can say I like about the Wii U settings is it has really cool music, and I like it how it, like if you turn up the gamepad, it combines with the gamepad music, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, let's go in here. Let's go to TV. Okay. So we're gonna have to raise the resolution, which will be fine. It's just gonna let the Wii U do the upscaling instead of... Heck, maybe we should do... I'm curious. Since we have to do this anyway, let's just do 1080i. And we can see how this TV does with deinterlacing 1080i. You can see it says 1080i at the top there. Yeah, this will be an interesting test. Alright, yeah, so now it's locked to 16:9. Oh, and look at that, my TV. It must be on normal still. It probably still doesn't let me change it. We use very authoritarian. Alright, I'm going to pause the video again while the Wii U's loading. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's go back into Zelda. Okay, now it should look good the way it did on Brawl originally. Oh boy, that was a lot of work to get it to look the way it did on the Wii. Yeah, I think all this stuff had probably contributed to why the Wii U didn't sell as well. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Alright, let's turn this back down. Okay. Yeah, so right off the bat, I can tell, yeah, this is a much darker screen than it was on Brawl. Holy cow. In fact, I bet we can see it down here in our... Yeah, and like I said, there's other videos. Holy cow. Yeah, this is really bad. Yeah, let me turn off the lights so you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, so I turn off the lights. And yeah, as you can see on here, so if you remember when I was checking the brightness before on the Brawl version of Ocarina of Time, or I guess it's really the Wii version, because yeah, that would be the Wii Virtual Console. But yeah, actually you can't really see it too much on the camera. Let me try raising the ISO. Let's see this a little bit better here. Yeah, that's better. It's at 800 now. So yeah, so you can see these two, but then these two are just completely dark. You can kind of see a difference in real life, but yeah, it's not as detailed as it was on the Wii version, on Brawl. So yeah, and I think that's just because yeah, the Wii U Virtual Console just darkens games, and yeah, there's other videos that talk about that more. But anyway, well, this will actually be kind of interesting. So since we have to go in here, let me go in, and I still have, these guys are just waiting for the Wii U to catch up. But let me, I really like the Wii U, by the way. It's just that some of the decisions Nintendo made are a little frustrating, but there's a lot of stuff that I like about it too. So anyway, let me put in my name. Okay, my name is entered. I thought it would just be interesting to see how this 4K TV does with the interlaced signal. So yeah, so now this is 1080i. So yeah, might not be able to see too much right here. Wow. Wow, this looks really bad. Yeah, see, I really don't think this is a fair comparison, because yeah, everything just looks so dark and like washed out. It looks worse in real life, actually. Let me see, I probably need to raise the ISO a little bit to really... Yeah, it looks pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, if this is the only way you could play it, then it's probably fine, but yeah, so I'm looking for, a lot of times in fast-moving scenes, de-interlacing. If digital TVs have a hard time de-interlacing the signals, and so yeah. But so far I haven't seen any de-interlacing artifacts, so yeah, I think it's pretty good. There we go. Just kind of went out of focus there for a second. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, so I think I'm seeing some of the de-interlacing stuff going on here. Do you see that? I think that's because of the de-interlacing. So yeah, this TV is having problems with an interlaced signal. You can also see it in the text. When it's coming across here, it doesn't look as smooth as it did on the Wii version of this game. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to do this kind of test, but it is interesting. 1080i, who would have thought? Yeah, you can see it on there. Yeah, so I don't know, I'd have to change this to 720p or 1080p, because yeah, maybe it's the Wii U having problems, although I guess we can check on here. Let's see if it flashes on the gamepad. Probably won't. Yeah, see, I just saw it flash again. Let's see if I can get both of these in at the same time. Yeah, it's not flashing on the gamepad. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to do, maybe I'll do more tests on that later. That's not really the point of this video, so I'll just accept it that this 4K TV is having a problem with this signal. Yeah, I don't know. These digital TVs are really temperamental sometimes. They don't have everything perfect, then yeah, they kind of... Well, I guess these are like that too, but at least these ones keep working if everything isn't perfect. I guess this one's still working. Yeah, something weird's going on though. I think it's just probably the de-interlacing. So, yeah, just the way it is. In fact, I guess what we could try to do is, let's see here. I'm just going to try to turn off this TV and turn it back on. Because I know before, if you saw the other video, I was having a weird problem with the VCR signal going into this TV, and yeah, it was treating the composite as like a black and white signal, but then like on the end of the black and white signal is where the color is, and so yeah, it was just really acting weird. But then I turned the TV off, turned it back on, and then it appeared to be working. So yeah, we'll see if this kind of straightened up the 1080i signal. Okay, but now we're basically at the same spot as this. I think I went one more screen further on the text, but yeah, in fact, let's do that real quick. Let's get this to the exact same spot because I wanted to check the text. Okay, here we go. Now it's at the same spot on all of them. Yeah, so first off, let's just look at Link's face. So this is the HDMI signal. Yeah, it's very clear. You can clearly see the pixels like around Link's hat, his eyes, but yeah, everything's very clear. You can clearly see his mouth and everything. And yeah, that's the way it looked before the Wii version turned off as well. So yeah, it looks very nice. Now when you look over here, yeah, it's definitely not as clear. So this is a 480i image, and yeah, it doesn't look quite as nice. Yeah, and this is component as well. And then the first one's HDMI, and then here's S-Video. Yeah, so Link's face definitely looks the blurriest on S-Video, so I guess that's a good example of S-Video versus component in HDMI. Yeah. But then again, unless you're right next to the screen, I don't know if you necessarily would see it either. And then here's the HDMI. Yeah, HDMI is really clean. Yeah, and it appears that now that I've turned off the TV and turned it back on, it appears to not be freaking out over the interlace signal, so yeah. Yeah, HDMI definitely wins on clarity and like having crisp pixels. Yeah, here's component again. And then here's S-Video. Yeah, S-Video looks pretty smooth. This is... yeah. You can still see Link's mouth, but yeah, you have to look pretty close. Although actually, when you look at it farther away... Let's try looking at these TVs farther away like you would when you're usually playing. So there's S-Video. Then component. And then HDMI. Yeah, when you look farther away, it's harder to tell the differences. But yeah, especially between component and S-Video, they look almost identical when you're farther away. But yeah, this HDMI definitely looks better. So yeah, anyway. Let's look at some of these texts here. So like this eye on the... Let's start with HDMI, I guess. Yeah, so see, you can clearly see there's a distinction between the bottom of the eye and the top of the eye. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And then over here on component, yeah, it's a little harder to see the difference between the eye, like the bottom of the eye and the top of the eye there. Yeah. So look over here on S-Video. It almost looks a little bit better on S-Video. Like the picture on this Mitsubishi, once again, it's a lot sharper. Well, not sharper, but well, again, yeah, you don't see the interlacing as much, so it almost looks progressive. I know I've said that a million times, but I think that's the biggest takeaway between these two TVs, at least. And this is S-Video too, so. Yeah, when someone says component is, light years better than S-Video, I wouldn't believe it because, yeah, at least not in my test to try it on a digital display. But yeah, no, HDMI is an improvement over the other two. Yeah, it'd actually be interesting to test out an HD CRT and see how HDMI looks on that. But yeah, let's look and see what the forest looks like. Let's see if I can manage to have them all run out at roughly the same time. Okay. Yeah, I still like the colors the best on this Mitsubishi though. It just seems like everything pops out more. Maybe it's because I turned up the color on these two as well, so I don't know. Yeah, have that one go out first, then this one, and then this one. Okay, you can see what that looks like. Yeah, the Wii U one definitely looks the dullest as far as color saturation goes. Yeah, you can see. Lower this a little bit. There we go. Now the colors look correct. So yeah, you can see that green. The green looks very good on this Mitsubishi. That looks pretty good on the Sony Trinitron as well. Yeah, HDMI. When you look at it without comparing with the CRTs, it really actually doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it's really just when you compare it, then it's like, whoa, especially with this Mitsubishi. Yeah, it kind of makes me wonder if I turned up the color a little bit too much on it. I guess we can go in and look at that real quick. Yeah, I personally kind of like, I personally kind of like the really saturated colors that pop out of the screen. Not like oversaturated where they like change the colors necessarily, but yeah. Let's see if I turn that down a little bit. Yeah, so see, out of the box it comes about like that. But see, yeah, but see, even then, it still looks Yeah, it still has deeper colors than the other two, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave it about right here. I kind of look at the skin tone to tell. It's not like too orange. It's not like black and white either. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So yeah, let's yeah, let's just kind of play around here a bit. Yeah, it looks very nice on here. Oh, I just realized that I don't have the volume on these other TVs. Oh wow, yeah, the volume definitely sounds better on this Mitsubishi. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it doesn't look bad on this Trinitron though. Yeah. I'd be interested to, I think I'll do another video on this, but I'd be interested to see if on the, where there's the dynamic contrast stuff that I found on Zelda Ninfai's Adventure, which is basically this game, but yeah. Of course, that was a 240p signal too, but yeah, maybe I'll do another video on that. I have a friend named Leon who told me gave me some ideas to change for the settings on here to see if it alleviates that problem. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if I can recreate that, but yeah, let's see what this one looks like. This is kind of, yeah, it's a lot duller on this 4K TV, but I think a lot of that has to do with the Wii U again, so yeah. Let's see. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Kind of want to go up and see what the Lost Woods looks like. My dog's in front of the TV. It's kind of tricky playing with one hand. Okay. So yeah, you can kind of see what it looks like on there. Raise the ISO just a little bit. Okay, now we'll do, so that was HDMI, and then here we'll do component. Yeah, with the Sony Trinitron. Run up to the Lost Woods here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, now let's run up with the Mitsubishi. Okay, that was kind of embarrassing. My video had stopped and I didn't even notice, but anyway. Yeah, the colors just really pop out on this Mitsubishi. Let's run into the Lost Woods like the other versions. Yeah. Yeah, like it definitely looks blurry because, I mean, a little bit blurry, you know, because it's a CRT. Maybe this video has, I don't know. It doesn't look terrible. Yeah, I mean, it looks about the same as the Trinitron, and the Trinitron is component and a Trinitron, which, you know, a lot of people, you know, swear by and say it's the best CRT ever made. Not this particular model, but, you know, just Trinitrons in general. I don't know how true that is, though, with doing these comparison tests. Yeah. And then 4K is just kind of like in its own realm. Not necessarily better and not necessarily worse, just different. Although the Wii U emulation is a lot worse. Holy cow. Like, you can see, like, everything is just so dark. Even compared to this Trinitron, it's just dark. And it's not dark in a good way, it's dark in a very bad way. Like, it just looks bad. And if you remember, you know, on Super Smash Bros. Brawl, can't see that, but you know, the original Wii emulation of this game, it actually looked really good. It looked basically exactly the same as these versions. Yeah, Nintendo just really dropped the ball on the Wii U emulation, unfortunately. Yeah, and even on, actually, that's funny. So actually on the gamepad, it doesn't look as bad as it does on the TV. So yeah, I don't know what they did with their TV output, but yeah. And another thing too is when I changed the aspect ratio and like the resolution stuff, it always looked good on the gamepad. So, but even on the gamepad, it still looks dark. It just doesn't look as dark as it does on the TV. Holy cow! But yeah. Anyway, I think that's good for this game. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so now it's on to Sonic Adventure DX. I actually wanted to do Sonic Adventure 2, but yeah, I didn't. I thought I might have had some sort of demo or something on another one of my discs, but I guess I didn't. So, but yeah, we do have Sonic Adventure DX, and I actually have this GameCube preview disc that has a demo of it. So yeah, we'll be testing just the S video and the component on this test. Yeah, because I don't have any way to do this on HDMI right now. So yeah, I'm gonna plug this in and then we'll be right back. Okay, so here we have the what do you call it, the demo version of this game, and I've got the real one over here. I'm gonna try to start these cutscenes about the same time. All right, it's not perfect, but it's pretty close. So yeah, you can see on here on the, so this is S video. And over here you got the component. ISO's way too high. I remember I used to think this was like the most amazing thing in the whole world for like graphics on games. I mean, it still looks pretty amazing, but yeah, it was just like, yeah, so both of these look pretty good though, I'd say. Eggman. Yeah, they both look really good actually. Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. Black levels are both really good on these TVs. Yep. Alright, let's go into a game here. Alright. Let's see, let's go into this. Oh, okay, hold on, I'm gonna have to get it past this. Okay, here we go. So yeah, you can see what Sonic looks like. Yeah, I don't know if that's coming up on the camera, but you can see how when he's moving his hands. Yeah, I don't know if that's coming up on the camera as much, but in real life you can really see the interlacing happening there once again. And over here, yeah, it doesn't, yeah, you really can't see the interlacing as much. if at all. Yeah, very interesting. Alright, so now let's go into this level here. It's be interesting to see if there's any differences between the demo of this game and the full game. Oh yeah, that's right, it's gonna go and yeah, there's like some, oh yeah, this is gonna make me go through and do this first little part here. Yeah, I think this will be kind of interesting. Well, that's not the point of this video, so I'll just pause it. By the way, what song is this? I haven't heard this before in the real game. Let me turn this down. This is like a really cool song. Yeah, I don't remember this being in the real game. Interesting. And over here you can see I'm trying to beat Chaos Zero with one hand. It's kind of tricky. While I hold the camera with the other hand. Oh brother, now he's up there. This is actually the easiest boss in the game. There we go. Wasn't too bad. Yeah, I really like this song though. Alright, let's get these cutscenes. Okay. Alright, now we should be at about the same spot, so go into this level, and then we'll go into this level. Yep. Alright, so that's what it looks like on the S video. Oh yeah, I still have to rescue Tails on this game. Yeah. Yep, looks pretty similar though. Let's see which one looks better. Let's look at Sonic's for. So there's on S video. And then here's on component. Oh no, someone's attacking me. Ah. Alright, that's okay. You can see on here. Let's see, I'll just... Oops, why isn't this letting me pause? Oh, I guess you can't pause on the demo. Interesting. Okay. Okay, I'll pause on the real game. Alright, let's just play through this in just a second for just a little bit here. Yeah, so, I mean, looking at it, it does look a little blurry. Be interesting to see if the component also looks blurry. But it doesn't look bad. Yeah, let's try playing through that little bit on over here on the component on the actual game. Whoops. Yeah, so it doesn't look as blurry, but like the interlacing is just really, I don't know, it doesn't look, I don't really like that interlacing effect. Yeah. Yeah, it does look sharper maybe. Yeah, I'd say it does look sharper, yeah. Yeah, like looking at some of this text up here. Let's see here. Yeah, it's like where it says time. Let's look over here. Yeah, like you can still read it, and I don't know. And this is a demo too, so they might have changed it in the real game. I lost a life on the demo, so. Looks like, oh wow. Oh yeah, I guess Sonic's is standing in the same spot because I jumped off that spring on both versions. Let's see what Sonic looks like. So here's component. And then here's S video. Yeah, they look pretty similar. Yeah, hard to tell a difference. So yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, once again, I wouldn't go in, buying a component TV, and just keep your expectations in check because, yeah, it's not really that much better than S-Video. Yeah, and actually, so this Trinitron has that, what do you call it, the edge enhancement. Let's try to turn that off and see what that looks like now with this text. So this is component without the edge enhancement on. Yeah, so see, without that edge enhancement on, it actually looks better in S-Video. This is S-Video. And component. Yeah, I think it looks better in S-Video. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it is. Yeah, I'll turn that edge enhancement back on. Give this Sony Trinitron the best shot it has. Yeah. And turning it up to, so this is low and then high. High just kind of distorts stuff a little bit too much. Like you can see the E here. So this is low, and then this is high. I don't really like the way high looks. And then this is off. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good with just low. Yeah, it looks pretty similar to S-Video. So yeah, and that's the way it is on, again, just default. So yeah, I'll just leave it like that. Yeah, looks pretty good. Let's go on to the next game. Okay, so next game on the list is F-Zero GX. This was another kind of tricky one, but let's see if I can open this with one hand. I actually have this Mario Kart Double Dash bonus disc. Yeah, and this has a demo for F-Zero GX. So yeah, we'll use this to do a comparison. So yep, here we go. Okay, here we are in that Double Dash bonus disc. Let's go down here to F-Zero GX. I've got it loaded up here too. Let's see here. Yes. Okay. Alright, we'll go into this thing. See what this title screen looks like. Nintendo and Sega should work together more often. This game is pretty cool. Yeah, you can see what this title screen looks like here on the Wii. And yeah, here's the GameCube with S-Video. Yeah, looks pretty good. Alright, let's get into an actual game. Okay, yeah, so this demo should start at Mute City, so I'll just go into that. Okay, there we go. Alright, push start button. Okay. Yeah, so here's component. And it's here S-Video. Yeah, this game, especially for the time it has, graphics that really just kind of blow you away. Yeah, and in fact on these CRTs it still looks really, really good. Yeah, pretty amazing. Yeah, you see Captain Falcon's ship down here. Again, this is component. And then here we've got S-Video. Yeah, looks very good. Let's try driving around here a little bit. See what it looks like on this Mitsubishi with S-Video. Nice. Okay, now let's do component. Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks, yeah, it looks nice. In fact, I'd say you don't really notice the interlacing as much on this game. Maybe because it's moving really quickly. Yeah, something's going on here. Let's go around on this one a little bit more. I'm just kind of looking off into the background. I think I'm about the same spot on both of these. Get a little bit closer on this one. I'm just kind of looking at this text back here. Yeah. Yeah, this video is no slouch, that's for sure. Yeah, you can see the text down here too. Yeah, km per hour. Yeah, it's a little bit clearer on component, not gonna lie. Yeah, especially this little text. So this is S video. And then component down here. Yeah, it's a little bit clearer on component. Not enough to write home about. But yeah, it is a little bit clearer. And that is with this edge enhancement feature on. Let's turn that off real quick and just see what that looks like. Yeah, so now this is edge. Oh, brother. The game is over, it says. Haha, I guess these demos have a these demos have a time limit. That's okay. Yeah, I knew that. But yeah, this is with edge enhancement off. And then I'm gonna turn it back on. Let me just focus it. Yeah, so see when it's off, it looks about, I think it looks more blurry than S video like we saw in the other game too. And then so this is with edge enhancement on low, and then high. High just distorts stuff too much. Low looks pretty good, and off just looks blurry. Component is blurry. Yeah, so just leave it all low again, just to confirm on another game. Yeah, let's go into our next game. Okay, and then this is going to be our next game, except we're only going to do the little video that they show at the beginning. Because yeah, that actually is on this demo disc. So yeah, while we have this Mario Kart Double Dash demo disc in here, we might as well, yeah, compare it to the real Harry Potter game. So yeah, let me get that set up here real quick. Okay, so now I got in this Wii here now. Oh, I forgot to, let's see, put what game is here, and then yeah, I don't have a case for for the demo disc, but yeah, anyway. So yeah, so to line this up, what we have to do, oh whoops, not Mario Party 5. Where'd it go? Yeah, so basically right before the E for everyone shows up, we have to do continue without saving. Yeah, I think that was right. Yeah. And then I'm just going to leave the lights on this one because, you know, we don't always play in the dark. And so, yeah, I think it's good to have tests for lights on as well. So, yeah. Alright, so let's do this one. Okay, and then this one. Alright, it's going to be off for a little bit at the beginning here, but it should sync up once the actual video starts. At least that's the way I was able to get it to work before. Yeah, see, that's pretty close. Yeah, it took me a long time a lot of trial and error to get this to sync up. Okay, so here's the real game. And these videos actually do deviate a little bit. Gryffindor versus Slytherin, how do you say it? Yeah, looks pretty good. Japan versus USA. They don't say that on the real game. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, so let's go back here. So see now the videos, they deviated a little bit on what they show. Yeah, so when the lights are on, I like the way the Trinitron looks more. Just because, like how I showed in the other video, it reflects the ambient light more. Oh, look at that, the demo version of the movie is a little bit longer. Huh, very interesting. But yeah, it just, yeah, this Trinitron, it doesn't have to do with component. It's just that it just reflects more light, so it just looks a little bit better when the lights are on. Whereas, yeah, so it still keeps the deep blacks, whereas this one looks a little, the blacks aren't as deep as it is with the lights off. But with lights off, they look pretty much the same as far as blacks go. But yeah, let's go into our very last game. Let's see here. Yeah, so we're gonna do Wind Waker, and we'll do yeah, the Wind Waker on. We'll plug in the Wind Waker game on the Wii, obviously, and then we'll use the other half of this extremely rare GameCube game, the Wind Waker version of it. Let's see if I can open this. Yep, there it is. So we'll plug this one into the real GameCube. And then, yeah, since this is the last test, I kind of feel bad not having the 4K on, so I think what we'll do, I actually have Wind Waker HD, so I'll put that on here. It won't be a really fair test per se, because it's obviously like an HD version, but it'll at least be interesting to see the differences, and I'll do more videos on that too, but yeah, I'll just turn it on just for fun. I'll put this in 1080p as well, just so it's, yeah, full blast. But anyway, let me get that set up here. Okay, so here we are. Let's see here. I thought I pushed reset on both of these. Hold on. I'm trying to get these timed up to be exactly the same. Okay, here we go. Alright, and then I'm gonna open this one about right as soon as the violin starts. Okay, that's close enough. Yeah, so here's S video, and then here's component, and then this is HDMI with, and this is the HD version, so again, it's not a completely fair test, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I can see why they wanted to upgrade. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, I mean, the original version looks really good on a CRT, and the HD version looks good on a 4K TV, so it looks like they timed this pretty similar. Let's see. Let's actually, I'm going to go into a real game and we can watch this. Okay, let me pause the video. Hold on. Okay, I think I have this at this point where they'll all be on the same if I push A at the same time. Of course, I can't guarantee the Wii U one will load at the same speed. But yeah, let's. I'm going to try to push A all at the same time. Let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah, and I just muted this. Oh, wow. Yeah, so it actually is. Wow. That was actually like exactly the same. Interesting. I guess I'll put up the volume then on this one since it should be the same. Yep. Here's S video. Here's component. And then here's HDMI. Yeah, S video. Component. HDMI with the HD version. Yes, it actually looks like it's the same artwork. Yeah, Mitsubishi, S-Video, Sony Trinitron HDMI, and Vizio 4K TV with HDMI. Did I say HDMI in this one? This one's component. Hope I didn't say that wrong. Yes, video, component, and HDMI. Yeah. Yeah, so this is actually kind of interesting because on the original game, you didn't see Ganon come in and the music changed before you saw him all the way, but over here you saw it more longer or sooner because it's widescreen. Yeah. But the music, yeah, the music really, they did an excellent job of music in this game. Let's see, look at those eyes. Yeah, so now it definitely looks the cleanest on the HDMI, but you know, it's the HD remake too, so yeah, still this Trinitron, that interlace, boy is that obvious. If you look really closely at this Mitsubishi on this video, you can see the interlacing, but yeah, it's a lot more obvious on the, and there's the black levels. Yeah, black is still better on these CRTs than it is on the 4K TV. Yep. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, it definitely looks blurrier on these CRTs compared to the HD version. Yeah, again, this isn't a fair comparison, so black levels are better on these TVs though. Yep. Okay, my video, it only lets me take, or my camera only lets me take 6-minute shots on 4K mode, so it paused there and then I missed part of the cutscene, but that's okay. So yeah, yeah, really, yeah, so this is S video, and here's component. Yeah, I mean, really, you know, they really look almost identical. Yeah, S video again, and component. So yeah, I'd say really my recommendation is, yeah, and then here's HDMI, which obviously looks better because it's the HD version. But yeah, really my recommendation is, yeah, don't go for a component if you already have S video because you probably won't notice the difference on a CRT. Because yeah, out of these two, I still think this Mitsubishi looks better, even though it's just S video. So that was kind of the whole point of this video, was to test these. I guess the last thing we can do now is just test the sound on these 3 TVs. So we'll start over here. Let's see, I'm gonna mute these other TVs. So mute and mute. Okay, this is the 4K TV. Oh, went dark. There we go. It's just the screen timeout. Yeah, see if you can hear that. Turn this up a little bit. Okay. Alright, now let's mute this one. And we'll turn up the Trinitron here. Okay. Yeah, I can already tell the Trinitron sounds better. Yeah, there's just not very much space in these 4K TVs to put big speakers. Whereas the Trinitron has, yeah, 2 big speakers down here at the bottom. Well, semi-big. Okay. And then let's turn up the Mitsubishi. Let's see, where's the volume button? Oh yeah. It's not surprising. This was the one that sounded best in the last video too, but yeah. It just has a lot of bass, and yeah, it doesn't sound tingy, it just sounds very pure. But it also has very big speakers down here on both sides. Yeah, and I turned off all three of these TVs have a simulated surround setting, and I turned that off on all three of them, so it's just pure stereo. Yeah, Mitsubishi definitely wins on sound. So I would say, yeah, Mitsubishi wins on sound, wins on picture quality. Yeah, it really wins on everything on these tests too. So once again, the Mitsubishi TV is the winner. I know Link is very surprised. Like, what? 4K TV should have won. The 4K TV is good because, as you can see, you know, higher resolutions, you know, it's capable of higher resolution, so, you know, higher resolution content will look better on it. But yeah, for the lower resolution stuff that we were looking at, yeah, Mitsubishi takes it hands down. So yeah, it's actually interesting. The art style is slightly different on the original game than it is on the HD version. Very interesting. This is more like a cell shaded style, and then this looks more like 3D models. Yeah, it just looks different. Anyway, I'll get into that in another video probably. I guess and then unfortunately third place is still the Trinitron. Yeah, it looks sharp, but it's too sharp. It really focuses on those scan lines and the interlacing. Yeah, it just doesn't look quite as good as the Mitsubishi does. So yeah, although I would say that it does look better than the 4K TV in some instances, but yeah, in other instances the 4K TV looks better. So yeah, a little unfortunate. I just still have one more test. This will be the last one I'll do. So I'm gonna do a HDMI duplicator on this signal here. I'm gonna send it into the Trinitron and convert it to a component, and then I'll do the vertical compression setting, and we'll just compare these two TVs for the last test. Okay. That was actually pretty hard to get set up. Had to jump through a few hoops to get to show up on this TV, but yeah, so basically what I got going on here, let's see, let me turn this on. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so out of the Wii U, I'm using the original Wii U HDMI cable going into this 4K. It says splitter on here, but on the box it actually says duplicator, and that's a more accurate term because splitter is the old, like the analog cords that would actually split the signal, and you'd get a degradation in the signal quality. But yeah, this is a splitter because yeah, it's a duplicator because you can't really split a digital signal. You have to duplicate it. So yeah, anyway. So anyway, the Wii U HDMI cable is going into the duplicator, and then we still have the monster HDMI cable going into the 4K TV, and then we have a switch HDMI cable going into my surround receiver that's behind the TVs, because then this receiver has to convert the signal into 480p, because that's what this PC to component box understands. And so yeah, so then it's coming out of the the receiver back there, and it's going through this 8K HDMI cable, and then it's there's a monster 3.5 millimeter cable coming out of this little HDMI to VGA converter going into this TV, And then there's a VGA cable going into this converter box, and then there's component video coming out of the converter box going into this TV. Whew, yeah, that was a lot. Anyway, I'm going to turn off the lights, so hold on 1 second. Okay, the lights are off, and let's see, now that we're here, actually I'm going to mute this TV. Oh, by the way, it's kind of funny, so on this original version, Ariel or however you pronounce her name, she actually stopped moving on the GameCube version. They probably didn't expect you to just stand here for a really long time. But anyway, let's turn this one back up. Let's see here. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure why the audio's not. Oh! Ah, right. Yeah, I can hear it. It's just really soft. It's because it's going through the receiver and the receiver's turned down. So that's okay. I won't worry about it. We'll just do it on this one. Yeah, forgot about that. I'm not going to go and fix it though. Because what I want to show you, since we're doing the best of best, and I showed this off a little bit in the other video, but I really like this enhanced mode. Alright, so look at that. So here is 16:9 enhanced mode, and I explained this a little bit in the other video too, but so it vertically compresses the screen down, and it makes it so it can, so this Sony CRT can display a 16:9 image, and it doesn't. Okay, sorry, my video cut out again, but yeah. So what I was saying though is it doesn't just ignore this, like, or just waste resolution on these black areas. It actually compresses that. So the lines that are drawn up here, it compresses into here, so it puts more resolution into this 16:9 area, which is really cool. So yeah, so comparing this 16:9 mode on the CRT, and again this is a 1080p image converted to 480p and then converted to 480i and then coming in through component, and this is just pure HDMI. Yeah, it still looks better on the 4K TV. But wow, it looks really good on this TV, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, very impressive technology. Yeah, so now we compared this to over here. I don't know, it's kind of sixes on which one looks better. This is the HD version, and then this is the original version. Yeah, this is a really cool mode though. But yeah, still though, I still think HD content looks the best on this 4K TV. Yeah. And yeah, and I guess the moral of the story is that content that was designed for CRTs looks best on CRTs, but then content that was designed for digital screens looks best on digital screens. I think that's the moral of this story. And it's probably a general rule, you know, because there probably are, you know, really cheap 4K TVs that don't look good, you know, compared to the CRTs, and vice versa. So yeah, as a general rule, content for digital TVs, made with digital TVs in mind, looks better on digital TVs, and content made for CRTs in mind looks better on CRT TVs. So yeah, yep. And I'm going to actually do more tests on this too, because my friend Leon actually gave me a PS3, and yeah, that's a digital system, but also had analog TVs in mind because it has an analog output on it still. So I'm going to do some more tests on that, and like test Blu-rays and different games and stuff on CRTs, and yeah, I think that'll be really interesting. But anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much the end here. I guess I can show this a little bit more. Let's show this, just because this is a super cool feature that this Sony CRT can do. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if this Mitsubishi had this feature, I think it would look pretty stunning. Yeah, I really wish that the Mitsubishi had that vertical compression. Yeah, let's kind of run around here a little bit. But yeah, out of the two, whoops, how do you get down here? All right, whatever. Yeah, out of the two though, like it's still, the 4K TV still looks sharper than the CRT. Yeah, you can see what that looks like. But yeah, you can't really see the interlacing anymore when it's on this compression mode. Well, you can a little bit, especially on this white text up here. But yeah, everything still looks a lot crisper on the 4K TV. Yeah. Yeah, very interesting. Let's look at some text here. It's hard to play the Wii U gamepad with one hand. Yeah, so that's what the text looks like on the CRT through component. Then here's the 4K with HDMI. Yeah, it looks a lot clearer, a lot cleaner and crisper on the 4K TV. Yeah. And this is a bigger screen too now. Before it was pretty similar when it was 4x3. Yeah, now I'm just curious. So see, so now when it's put down here, this is actually the same resolution as the CRT TV. This is 480p. Yeah, I still feel like it looks clearer on the gamepad than it did on the CRT. So this is what this text looks like on the gamepad. And let's switch back over to the CRT. It's similar, I guess, but yeah, maybe it looks a little bit better on the gamepad. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's pretty much the end of this. Yeah, the end of this video. Yeah. So yeah, I think yeah, like I said before, the Mitsubishi is still the champ. I got a few more tests in mind. Like I said, my friend Leon has some ideas on how to, on just some settings for this CRT that maybe will help alleviate the dynamic white balance stuff that was going on in the other video. So I think I'll test that out. And then I also wanted to do one more test with the Super 64. But yeah, I'll do 2 separate videos for both of those tests because yeah, this video is already way too long. If you made it this far, congratulations. Thanks a lot for watching. Let me know which TV and connection were your favorites, whether it was this Mitsubishi CRT from 1997 running S-Video, or perhaps your favorite was this Sony Trinitron Wega from 2000 running component YPBPR, or perhaps your favorite was this Vizio 4K TV from a few years ago running HDMI. Yeah, you can see it says THX certified on there. Again, I don't know how important that is on digital cables. I think it'd be more important on analog cables, but yeah, here it is. Yeah. But yeah, my personal favorite was once again the Mitsubishi from 1997 running S-Video. You can see on here, so S-Video is actually really high quality signal. Yeah, and on my tests, I really couldn't tell a difference between S-Video and component, and actually, in a lot of cases, the S-Video on this Mitsubishi just looked better than the Sony Trinitron Wega doing component. Yeah, like the black levels were deep on both TVs, but the colors just seemed to pop out a lot more on the Mitsubishi. So, yeah. A lot of people say that, these Sony CRTs were the best ever made, but yeah, I don't know. I think that might just be a placebo because, yeah, on all my tests, this one definitely looks the best, and that's S-Video versus component. Yeah, and actually, I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but technically, S-Video is also a form of component. So yeah, so it separates. So these two are for audio, the red and the blue. But then for the video signal, it separates. It separates the brightness from the what do you call it? From the color. And actually, maybe we should start at the beginning. So here I have a coaxial cable. Yeah. Also a monster cable. I found this for $1 at a thrift store. Someone just giving it away. But yeah, you can see on there it just has one pin, so it's just doing the audio, video, everything just going on one wire there. So yeah, the signals can get kind of mixed together at times. And then they upgraded to, where's my composite? So here's a composite cable. This one is THX certified as well. Now on analog, just as a side note, I think that THX certification could be more important, since then it's just to be sure there's no interference in the signal. And yeah, this cable is really thick, very well insulated. Yeah, here's another monster composite cable. But yeah, so composite's better than the RF signal just because it separates the audio from the video. But then all the color and the brightness information is still being sent through this one line, this one pin. So yeah, but yeah, it is better. At least it separates it from the audio, so that's good. And then there's, let's see here. Then there's S-Video, which I think was developed in 1989, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but you can see on there's 4 pins, so 2 of those are for ground, and then the other 2 is for luma and brightness. So yeah, yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, in fact, I don't think the other connections have ground pins. Yeah, well, yeah, they don't because they're just ones. Yeah, that is something cool that S-Video has that the other connections don't have. Oh yeah, and then you can see, yeah, also obviously S-Video separates from the audio as well. And then yeah, so video and then audio. And then you got your component YPBPR. So yeah, once again separates the video from audio. And then for the video, it separates it even farther, where you got the green wire here for the luma or brightness information, and then you got the red and the blue for the color. So yeah, it separates the color into 2 signals, which yeah, I guess just helps it to even be more discrete. But yeah, something I just thought of today though, so you can see there's 4 pins here for component YPBPR, but then technically, like I said at the beginning of the video, S-Video or separate video is also a form of component since it separates the brightness from the color. But yeah, you can see in here there's 4 pins compared to just 3 on the S-Video or the component YPBPR. So yeah, S-Video, yeah, it has these 2 ground pins in here, and it makes me wonder, maybe those ground pins really do add to the picture quality. Yeah, since it's just making everything more sound. I don't know, it's just an idea I had today. Maybe I'll do more research on that and yeah, follow up on that theory. Yeah, maybe it's just wild imaginations. I don't know. I'll have to do research on that. But yeah, I mean, 3 discrete signals here, and then you got your your 4 pins on here. So yeah, I mean 4 is more than 3, even though it does combine the color into 1 pin. But yeah, I mean in my test, S-Video, again, I can't remember if I mentioned this, but yeah, it looked as good as Component, if not better in a lot of cases, where both of these had good black levels. But yeah, the colors just really popped out a lot more on this Mitsubishi. Yeah, I don't know if Mitsubishi still makes TVs. They're a Sony company, or sorry, a Japanese company, just like Sony is. But yeah, I don't think their TVs were as popular as the Trinitrons. But yeah, if you find one, yeah, it could be a really good find. Definitely don't just throw it out. But yeah, I think that's the end of this video. Yeah, stay tuned for the next one. I had an idea from a friend to test component versus, or sorry, HDMI versus component coming from the switch. So yeah, because before I had HDMI or composite going into here, so the HDMI was being converted into composite into this 4K TV, but I'll actually hook the switch up to component on there, and then yeah, test that, and then, or sorry, to HDMI and test it on there, and then we'll do component over here, and then just for kicks, I have this HDMI to RF converter. So yeah, I'll hook the Mitsubishi up with RF. Just kind of compare that to component and HDMI, see what that looks like. But yeah, it didn't really fit in this video because yeah, this video was about the best of the best, and yeah, the RF signal on here isn't the best that the Mitsubishi can do. It's a component S video, or separate video. But yeah, I think that's just about everything. So yeah, again, the content, older content that was created for these TVs looks the best on these TVs, whereas it doesn't look very good on the 4K TV. But then the modern content, as we saw in the Wind Waker, yeah, actually does look the best on the 4K TV, even if the black levels aren't as good as the CRTs. Yeah. I guess the last thing I'll say is if you do have a Mitsubishi 1997 TV, you can actually probably find a brand new remote for it on eBay. I think I bought this one brand new. Well, yeah, it was brand new, and I think I bought it for like $5 or $10, something like that. Like, it's like, wow, a brand new remote for my TV. Pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, there you have it. So yeah, let me know what you thought, and make sure you're subscribed so you can see my next videos if you think this stuff is interesting. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.